Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Journey to Understand the Bible. I'm your host, Damien, and in our last episode, we went over Genesis 11, the Tower of Babel, and it started out speaking about how everyone spoke the same language, and then they decided that they wanted to build a city that they would be remembered by, and so they decided to build this real tall tower, and when the Lord found out about it, he decided to scatter the city up and have everyone speak different languages and stop building it. And that's why the town is called, the city is called Babel. And so then we get goes down. It went on to speaking about the line of the descendants of Shem and Abram, and it went through their lineage to finally get to the family of Terah. And Terah was the father of Abram, Nahor, and Harar. And Harar was the father of Lot, but he ended up dying. And one day Terah took his son Abram, his daughter-in-law Sarai, and his grandson Lot, and they moved away from Ur of the Chaldeans, and they headed to the land of Canaan. But they stopped in Haran and settled there. And that's pretty much how that episode ended. Terah ended up living, like, I think 205 years, and then he died in Haran. And that's how the chapter ended. So now we're on Genesis 12, the call of Abram. The Lord had said to Abram, "Leave your native country, your relatives, your father's family, and go to the land that I show you. I will make you into a great nation. I will bless you and make you famous, and you will be blessed. Be a blessing to others. I will bless those who bless you and curse those who treat you with contempt. All the families on earth will be blessed through you." So Abram departed as the Lord had instructed, and Lot went with him. Abram was 75 years old when he left Haran. He took his wife Sarai, his nephew Lot, and all his wealth, his livestock, and all the people he had taken into his household at Haran, and headed for the land of Canaan. When they arrived in Canaan, Abram traveled through the land as far as Shechem. There he set up camp beside the oak of Moreh. At that time, the area was inhabited by Canaanites. Then the Lord appeared to Abram and said, "I will give this land to your descendants." And Abram built an altar there and dedicated it to the Lord, who had appeared to him. After that, Abram traveled south and set up camp in the hill country, with Bethel to the west and Ai to the east. There he built another altar and dedicated it to the Lord, and he worshiped the Lord. Then Abram continued traveling south by stages toward the Negev. Okay. Abram and Sarai in Egypt. At that time, a severe famine struck the land of Canaan, forcing Abram to go down to Egypt, where he lived as a foreigner. As he was approaching the border of Egypt, Abram said to his wife Sarai, "Look, you are a very beautiful woman. When the Egyptians see you, they will say, 'This is his wife? Let's kill him, then we can have her.' So please tell them you are my sister." What? "Then they will spare my life and treat me well because of their interest in you." What the hell? And sure enough, when Abram arrived in Egypt, everyone noticed Sarai's beauty. When the palace officials saw her, they sang their praises to Pharaoh, their king, and Sarai was taken into his palace. Then Pharaoh gave Abram many gifts because of her: sheep, goat, cattle, male and female donkeys, male and female servants, and camels. But the Lord sent a terrible plague upon Pharaoh and his household because of Sarai, Abram's wife. So Pharaoh summoned Abram and accused him sharply. "What have you done to me?" he demanded. "Why didn't you tell me she was your wife?" Why did you say she's my sister and allow me to take her as my wife? Now then, here's your wife. Take her and get out of here. Pharaoh ordered some of his men to escort them and sent Abram out of the country along with his wife and all his possessions. Wow. Okay, hold on. I gotta let y'all see this because y'all ain't gonna believe this that I just read that. That's what he told them. Man. Okay, so this episode or this chapter is okay. Let's start from the top. so the Lord asked Abram, told him that leave his native country, right? And then, as he departed, he did what the Lord said, and then he ended up. There was a fan. What was it? Basically, he ended up in Egypt. Him and his wife ended up going to Egypt, and then when he got to Egypt, apparently his wife was real fine, and he felt like he probably thought he knew he was probably too good. More than likely, where he lived at, he could get real cute women, and where there he already knew that them dudes gonna take his woman from him. So he was like, say you my sister so that they don't beat me up and take you anyway. I just let you have them. Like what? But then he ended up basically letting the Pharaoh be with his woman, and then when the crap hit the fan, then Pharaoh was like, man, take this chick and get up out of here. And so he's ended up having to. So he had basically been with his wife, and then gave his wife back. Like, no. You know what? It's the Bible, and I'm not going to go down that rabbit hole. But yeah, I think basically, let's go back to I will bless you and curse those who treat you with contempt. I think that probably is what happened to the Pharaoh. He was like, you ain't supposed to be with this man's wife. But then the Pharaoh didn't know, but he was probably, I don't know. I mean, that's kind of crazy. I mean, we're not going to go down that rabbit hole. But what I summed up from that chapter is that, yeah, this guy was a coward, and he gave his woman up to spare his own life, and then he took her back after the dude was done with her. And I don't know if any of you guys have anything you want to say in the comments or what you think the chapter meant, because this is basically what this channel is based on. I'm trying to read the Bible. I'm gonna try to read it from Genesis to Revelations and try to understand what each chapter was meant. I mean, the meaning of each chapter. And this one here, I mean, I get it, but I would have died before. They would have to kill me and take my wife. Not, I give my wife to this guy. I lie and say that's not my wife. He married my wife. Do what he does do what you do with women, and then give them back, and then you take her back. Like, no. I hope in the next chapter she's not pregnant. That's all I gotta say. And we're gonna end it there. Thanks for watching. If you like what you heard, like and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys later. Bye.